Tip 4, and how to talk about Jesus. Take conversations deeper. Have you ever wondered why it is that we feel so comfortable doing things like talking about the weather? Sam Chan suggests there are 3 layers to conversations, and layer 1 is the layer of interest, where we're doing things like talking about the weather or what we did at the weekend. And it's a safe place to be. It's kind of the small talk territory of conversations. It's safe. You're not going to get yourself into any disagreements. That's layer 1, interests. The next layer down in conversations, as we get to know people more, is the layer of values or preferences, or the things we see as important, or where we see beauty is. At this layer, you start talking about things like political opinions and what you prefer, whether it's sport or reading. It's a step down, and in this layer of conversation, it gets a little bit more dangerous, because there'll be disagreements. You'll have different political views. But as Christians, what do we want to do here? We want to listen, and even if we don't agree, to disagree well and hear what others think. So you've got interest layers. Then the last layer down, going deeper still in our conversations, is the layer of worldview. When you start to think about what people believe, what they think's wrong with the world, what they think the remedies this world needs, how they think of good and evil, if they even see them as categories, whether they think there's a God. And I guess for most of us, we find that layer the hardest one to get to. But what do we want to do in conversations? Look to move from interests to values to worldviews, how people see the world, what they believe in the world, about the world. Here's just 2 thoughts about how you might deepen your conversations to go from interest to values to worldviews. Here's the first thought. Just use questions really well. And maybe you're chatting away with someone and you find out they have a great love for wild swimming. A very easy question would be to say, well, why is it you love wild swimming so much? And maybe they come back with saying, well, it really helps me to be healthy, to get out swimming regularly. Why is it that you value being healthy so much? Suddenly there, you provide an opportunity to see what the things are they see as really important, what they believe in. Move the conversation down through the layers. So ask good questions. And here's the second thing. Here's the second thought, hospitality. It takes time to build friendships that move through the layers, for people to trust that they can go beyond just their interests. Welcome people into your home, spend time with people, get to know them, ask good questions, and do it over a meal. There's something about eating together that helps us to build deeper relationships, deeper friendships, in which we can go deeper in the conversation, from interest to values to worldviews. So there we are. There's tip 4 on how to talk about Jesus. Look to take conversations deeper.